Hello class. In this video, I'm going to show you how to search for an element in an unsorted array. And we will look at example how you do that. Let's say you have a list of scores and then you want to search to see if there is a score of 100 in the list and the list is not sorted. So let's see how we do that. Okay, so let's start by looking at the code. I'm going to start from the main program, assuming that I have a list of score. So I just initialize this list of score by these integer number. And my array size is 8. So if you count, I have a total of 8 score, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need this array size because I need to go to the loop and display the score. And also I need to go to the array and search for the score. So the first loop, I just go to a for loop and display or do cout the score. And then I ask my user to enter a score to search. And my user will enter a score. So the algorithm we are going through is called linear search. That means you're going to search from the beginning of the array until the end, and you stop when you find the element or you hit the end of the array. So my user will tell me what score the user want to search. After I read in the value that I want to search, usually we refer to the value that you want to search is the key. And then I'm going to call linear search function. The linear search function takes an array of score, the array size, and then the key that I'm looking for. So let's go up here and look at the code for linear search function. So linear search function said, I'm taking an array of score and the score size or the number of elements in my score array, and then the key that you're looking for. And in here, I just go through a for loop from 0 to I less than score size increment index variable I by 1 every time I go to the loop. If I see or I find a match, the score index I is the same as the key that I'm looking for. I said I found it and I return the index of that key in my score array. If I keep going until I hit the end of the array, that means I never hit this return or I never execute this return statement. That means this condition is never true. The key is never found. Then I exit the for loop. When I exit the for loop, I know that I couldn't find the key in the score array. So I return -1. So -1 is an invalid index into the array. So let's go back to the main program where we call linear search and we get back an index. That index is either a valid index into the array or it is -1 if it is not found. So we compare if key index is -1, we say key was not found. If key index is not -1, that means we're gonna say the key is found at index. Some index, whatever index that we get back from linear search. So let's go ahead and run this code a few times so that you can see how we search for it. Enter scores to search. Let's say I'm entering a score that is not in the array, 88, right? So let's say 88 was not found because we go to this loop and we keep going and we never find the score 88 in this array. This array, there is no 88 in this array. So we hit this return We exhausted the array by hitting the end of the for loop, and then we return -1. Then if we see -1, we say 88 was not found. So let's run it again with the score that is found on the list. So it's obvious that 22 is found, right? I'm gonna hit enter. You see the code say found 22 at index 1. So if you look at the array of score, this is index 0, this is index 1, 2, 3, and so on. So we found it at index 1. So same code, same searching code, but what happened this time is we step to the score array. We look at score index 0. Is that 22? No, it's not. So we increment the index by 1, then we look at the next element, 22. So 22, score index I is 22. It is matching, or it is the same as the key that we're looking for. So we return right here before we reach the end of the for loop. So when we return, we got that index and we compare the index with -1 is not -1. So we say found the key at index. Whatever the index is, it was 1. So that's how we found it. Let's say we're searching for a score somewhere at the end of the array, then see if it works correctly. So we know 85 is at the end of the array, right? Do the same thing, do some searching. And we start with score index of 0, which is 99. Let me move the screen here so you can see both the source and the output. So we look at the score 99. Is it the same as the key? No. We increment I. So we look at the next element, 22. Is that the same as the score? No. So we are not here yet. We haven't found the key yet because this if is always false. So we keep going, increment I every time until we reach 85. And that's the index 7. So at index 7, we said, okay, yeah, we found the key. So return that index. And again, return the index. The key index here is not -1. So we say we found the key at index 7. Is that very easy? See how easy it is to search for an element in an array? Assuming that this array is not sorted. You see the number that I enter in here, they are in random order. So linear search always work when the underscore is unsorted. It's not efficient on a sorted array, but it's unsorted array. That's the only way where we do searching. And in this example, we are searching for an array of score, but it works the same way if you have an array of string, array of float, or any other data type. That's it. That's the end of this video. I'm gonna stop here and see you in the next video.